Are you looking for a podcast about a funky umami pretzel?
Well, then you must be thinking of another podcast.
Oh! Sup, Kelsey?
What's up, Robert?
What is going on?
I'm so happy to see you.
Hi, what's up?
It's live. It's YMBToAP in
Tell
color.
me what's wrong.
I'm just happy. That's all. I like to be
And
here
that's
with
so
you.
neat. And look at this.
It's so neat. It's so
Look at all these
beautiful.
vibrant colors we
Look
got
at this.
going on.
Boom. Logo.
Whoa! Wait, I'm like, whoa!
I'm just so thrilled that we're here in video.
We got to get way better at that. Like, to me, it's over there.
Yeah.
But in video land,
it's hard to
right there,
tell where things are coming from.
Everything's reversed. That's
just think about it in terms of your microphone. Like, is it on my mic side?
Like, how do, like, because isn't everything reversed for weather people?
I have no idea. I could
So they're
never be a weather
constantly
person.
doing
just
this?
like it's
Rubbing the belly of the
hard
thing.
enough for us to make the fucking ducks kiss.
Oh, I
Like-
know. See, look, I'm going the wrong way. I
So
gotta go this way.
hard. And then you have to turn
Buddy,
away.
buddy.
It's very difficult.
I love this little man.
I love puddles. Brought to you by
Uh,
StreamYard. Thank you, StreamYard.
But anyway, what's up? What's going on
I'm-
in the land of Kelsey?
Experiencing a thirst, and I would like to crack into this with you.
Ooh, wait. Is that a Grim Leafer?
No. Do you know which one it is?
Hang on. It's gold. Is that a mango chainsaw?
No.
Is it just a normal one?
No.
What is it?
This is a new flavor. I don't know if it's new.
A
It's new to
new
me.
flavor. Okay.
It was in the energy drink section, which I was like, why? Because
Oh, I know they have those now.
so it says it has agave and vitamins. And is that
Okay.
energy? Like,
Maybe,
what
I
are the kids
guess.
doing these days? We'll see how it goes down.
Okay, so what is it? What is it?
It does have 6 grams of sugar in it, which is not awesome, but it is what it is.
Okay.
So Liquid Death originally made a flavor. We're not sponsored. We're just passionate. We're very passionate.
Very,
Liquid Death, if
very.
you want to sponsor us, please, for the love of God, get in here.
Not if you want. We know you want to. We're just waiting
When
on
you
the
want
call.
to.
That's it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Liquid Death made a flavor called it's a tea and lemonade flavor, and they called it.
Oh, I know what you got. Okay.
It's a play on the Arnold Palmer. You know, Liquid Death likes to be a little silly with it, so they called it the Armless Palmer, but that wasn't, I guess, distinct enough for
Yeah.
copyright or something.
I think his estate got mad.
Okay, well, I hope they're not too mad at Dead Billionaire
Dead
flavor.
Billionaire.
That's what I'm enjoying today.
Yeah. You know, I've never had their Arnold Palmer, so I would like to know what you think, because I mildly enjoy an Arnold Palmer.
I
from time to
love an
time.
Arnold Palmer, so I'm excited about this. It's
Okay.
got a shot of B12, so
Girl, you need a shot.
you want to crack
I'm just
into
going straight old Dr. Pepper, you
this
know.
classic pep.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I bought this
go.
roughly
Mm.
4 hours ago. It's been out of the fridge, but it's still pretty cold.
I've had this in the fridge for like 2 days. Tastes a little weird.
I don't know why I expected it to be carbonated. It's not carbonated. Tea and lemonade are two uncarbonated things. I don't know why I was expecting carbonation. Now I'm a little sad. I was hoping for a bubbly beverage.
Sorry.
It's still
Dude,
good.
I need
It's
to-
very delicious.
I need to get more of those peach ones, the Reston Peaches.
Mm-hmm.
I was about that.
Did you finish your 12-pack already?
That's been gone.
Oh, no.
I've been like, "Ooh, I need to get some.
Get some. Yeah.
Now,
so
if you
that-
get them on Amazon,
Uh-huh.
you can set like a schedule, and it does take money off. So I could get them for cheaper if I drink them like on a scheduled basis.
I hate subscribing to
know
stuff
about
on
that.
Amazon. I don't like it because I don't like to give Amazon money, even though I
Yeah.
do on a regular basis. Sorry. But at the same time, like I feel like every time I subscribe to something, they either send me too much of it or they
Okay.
send me the wrong thing. That's happened a few times where I'm like, you did like
Okay.
a brand replacement or an adjustment and you sent me like the wrong product now. So,
Yeah.
but
Well,
anyway,
I don't know. I would like to get into some more liquid death drinks, though.
Me too. Maybe we can beta test new flavors.
Hey,
Do you think they'd have
we're
beta
here.
testers for like
Oh, they gotta.
a Bev beta?
Oh, they gotta.
Beta Bevver?
See,
I
now you're
want
just
that.
giving them ideas because they're listening. They're secretly
You
listening to our
know.
show, subscribing and stuff,
Yeah.
taking the ideas and
You
then
need
making them awesome. You know?
need a couple of beta Bevers. We're here for you.
Yeah.
No, I want to talk to you about a very serious topic.
Okay.
I want to talk to you about Civil War. Let me adjust this to say Civil War the movie, because I don't want people
Okay.
skimming through our fucking podcast and be like, oh no. No, I went and saw Civil War and it was a time, my guy.
Okay.
You want to see this one, right?
I mean, I do. I kind of forgot that it was out because someone was just like, "Hey, what movie is out?" And I was like, "I only know about Monkey Man and King Kong, like the two
Monkey
monkey
and
movies."
Monkey.
You
Yeah.
know, and I forgot about this one. So
I do think you still need to see Monkey Man before you see anything else, because that one is
okay,
like top of the tops. Civil War is a very good movie. Don't get me wrong. It's A24.
okay.
Of course, it's good. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's amazing. It's got Nick Offerman's in it for like 2 minutes.
Oh, he's not like a prime player.
No. So,
Oh, okay.
what do you think this movie's about based on what you've seen?
It looked like kind of a almost like Quarantine because it was like a news reporter kind of like covering what's going on, but then like it starts happening around her, and then it's just like the fallout from there.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. And I thought it was going to be more of like a crazy story of like, oh no, how did they get to safety, that type of thing.
Okay.
But like, we join the Civil War in media res. Like, it's already been happening for a very long time.
Okay.
And like, there's just a lot of death and destruction that has occurred throughout the United States. And so in the movie, the states of like the Western forces, California and Texas, have joined together to like secede at the same time from the United States or something. And Nick Offerman, the president, is like, you see him at the very beginning of the movie when he's like preparing to make an address to the Union, and then you see him at the very, very end of the movie, which I won't spoil.
Okay.
But the movie is about journalism at its core.
Yeah.
It's about like the journalists who are covering it and what they're trying to do. And one of the jobs that I thought for a moment that I wanted to do until I started like learning about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always really admired photojournalism. And I always thought like I could do that. That would be a cool job that I could get into. But like, frontline war photojournalists, a different level of human being. Like, this movie,
I mean, you got to really believe in getting the truth out there. You know what I mean?
And like, they do the most important work because they are out there actually like documenting what's happening and like showing the general people. And it's kind of about Kirsten Dunst's is, that's hard to say.
Kirsten Dunst. Because
Dunst,
it's just Dunst.
Dunst, yeah.
Dunst.
But when you like make a possessive Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah.
It's about her experience.
It's like ghosts. When you say ghosts.
Dunst's ghosts. I love English. It's a good time.
Do you? Okay.
No, it's about her her experience as a war photographer, and saying like, I thought that what I was doing was making a difference and letting people know, like, don't make these mistakes again.
Okay.
Like, but war keeps happening, and it happens forever and always, because that's the nature of it. So
it's like a commentary on the endless cycle of violence kind of thing?
Yeah, it is. Okay. And it's just about like the journalistic experience and what they go through to get the shot, and what it means to get the shot. And it's a rough watch. Like, I
bet.
I have a thing when I'm like super anxious, I hold my throat and I like push on my collarbone, and like the entire movie I was just doing this. Richard had to keep like,
okay, fine. If we're gonna talk our tells, you want to know when I'm like really into something?
Yeah.
If you aren't in the Patreon, go check it out, and you can watch us reviewing movies, and we have been
Uh-huh.
watching them live or talking about them, and you can see what I do. I know exactly what I do, and I do it every time like I'm really into something. You ready?
Okay, what is it?
So I lean back and I go like
Play with the stash?
kind of like thumb on the jaw, and it's like the whole like like I'm like really into it. I'm just like taking it in, man.
Thinking. Think your face.
That's like legit what I do. Like if I'm really into it, y'all just every time. Every time.
It's a good face. Yeah, so I spent the whole time just
So
like
you just like clutch your pearls and gasp for air.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And I felt pressed into my seat. Like you ever
Yeah.
experience a movie where you're just like you're in your seat and you can't like get out of it?
Yeah, I do that in every shark movie.
Yeah, it was like that. It doesn't have I don't want to say it doesn't have jump scares because there's lots of times where you're just like silently watching a vista and like a beautiful moment between war, and then you like fucking go back to the war, and then it's just like gunfire out of nowhere. So very scary movie in terms of like guns. But
yeah, well, like war.
yeah, war. It's war scary. It's not like, oh no, ghost scary.
Yeah.
It's not about Dunster's ghosts. It's about It's about war, and it's awful, but it's good. I recommend it. It's just a hard watch.
Yeah. I do want to see it. I haven't been getting to the movies like I've been wanting to lately.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I don't know. I like wanted to go see something the other day, and I was even just saying like, oh, I should go on Tuesday because cheap movie day.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I got wrapped up like doing stuff with my phone and whatnot, and I just kind of like forgot stuff.
These things happen.
These things do happen.
But yeah, you should check it out.
Okay.
What
I'll
else
get
was I
into
gonna
that.
say about it? I forget. Anyway, you want to talk about a more fun type of war?
Okay, sure.
Let's talk about Fallout. Did you watch
All right.
any
So
Fallout?
again, wanting to watch stuff, not
Okay.
getting around to it because I was going to try to watch this before this one because I knew that you were going to watch it over the weekend.
Yes.
So I got it. It was ready to go. And then I didn't watch any of it. And then today, before recording, actually, you mentioned it, and I was like, should I at least get the first one in so that I have like a vibe?
Yes.
Right. So I got most of the way through the first one. There was like 15 minutes left. And then like we had shit that we had to start doing.
Man.
So I stopped right when Maximus got on the helicopter to leave. If that means anything to you from episode 1.
Not at all.
He joined the people and got branded, and then they were all like, it's time to go, and they were like leaving to go do whatever their mission was going to be. And I was like, we have a meeting in 5 minutes. I have to stop.
Okay, yeah.
But everything leading up to that,
I forget what happens in the first episode even. I just watched this show.
So first one, I figured I knew why you were into it. It's that future dystopian stuff, very like Handmaids a little bit.
Yeah.
Because she was like, I just want to go like serve my part. And then they were like, we brought you a breeder.
Yeah, that really fucked me up when they said that. I was like, oh, Christ.
So yeah, it was her basically going to the other place. People from up top had attacked or whatever. I did like the opening when like you watch the bombs hit for the first time.
Yeah,
that was a pretty intense scene.
Man.
Let me just say this.
Yeah.
Because I do want your because you watched all of it.
Yes. We watched all of it in a sitting, unfortunately.
Well, I have been told, and I would like your opinion, that it is leagues better than the Last of Us show.
No.
And I attribute that to liking the game over the other game. So, like, if you prefer Fallout, of course you will like the Fallout show more.
Yeah.
Versus if you like The Last of Us more, you will like The Last of Us show more.
I think in
But
terms of
okay,
putting you into the universe, like I've never played the Fallout games. I
see, I
played,
think that's going to be our disconnect here.
yeah, I played The Last of Us exactly one time, and that was enough for me. I didn't even play the second one. But
Yeah,
yeah, Fallout. I tried playing it once. It just didn't catch. Like I'm not into that style of game.
yeah,
But Richard loves them, and that's why we shotgun that show in a sitting. And
yeah,
it's like it's his world. So I just have like a dictionary talking to me the whole time, which is amazing because I love to watch a show like that. Like he's just info dumping all the things that are going on. He's like, and this is from that, and this is from that, and this is a nod to
okay,
this, and they're wearing this because of that. And I was like, okay, cool, yeah, fucking cool. So
yeah,
I got to experience the show through the eyes of somebody who lives in the Fallout universe, which
okay,
is awesome. And I think the show, like honestly, after watching it, 10 out of 10. I loved it. It was a really good
yeah,
time. The tone of it is very consistent with what I've seen of the Fallout games because he's been replaying all the Fallout games this week
yeah,
after watching it. And I've been, you know, sitting on the couch doing my thing, but also watching him play.
yeah, okay,
And it's very tonally accurate and very like it does a good job of just taking you and dropping you into the Fallout universe and saying like,
yeah,
here it is, we've brought it to life, we're gonna play in it now. And all the characters do a really good job of just embodying
yeah.
that sense of the universe and just being who they are. And it's
So,
very fun to watch.
would you say it's not better than The Last of Us? More on a, you're comparing almost a comedy to not a comedy?
I don't think they're comparable, yeah, because the
Yeah,
Fallout show does have a lot of comedy to it. It's not a comedy at its heart. Like, at its heart, I think it's more of a commentary,
yeah,
again, on war and society, because that's what Fallout is.
yeah.
But, yeah, it's apples to oranges, because
That's what
The
I'm
Last of
thinking.
Us is very, like, it's a tragedy, it's a romance, it's
Yeah,
a story about, like, a dad who's lost everything and a girl who's also lost everything, but in a different way and just different kinds of grief coming at each other. Whereas Fallout
yeah,
is really just a story about humanity and how we're going to move forward from this situation.
yeah.
So, in terms of plots, like both of them are very strong, and
Okay.
I wouldn't want to say that like neither one is better than the other because you can't compare two beautiful women.
I just I just wanted to bring it up because I was just flat out told this is better. And
Hmm.
I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't agree with
So
that.
just from somebody else, like, were you taken on a grander ride or whatever? So it's just
I mean, you do
my
go on a
question.
ride. There's a lot of
Yeah.
twists and turns, and this thing is pulling you left and right. So it's definitely an adventure. And
See, this makes me really want to get into the Twisted Metal show still, because
okay,
that's also such a different vibe than what either of these two are, but like
yeah,
people still really enjoyed that show. So it's like, if all these people are just doing these good shows with all these things, like we just need to see them.
we're in an era of like video game renaissance, like video game
From
adaptation
media, yeah.
renaissance.
Yes.
We're really hitting stride with it, I think, and it's
Yeah.
quite good to see.
I will watch the rest. I was trying to watch it with Taylor, but I didn't get to, so I just watched that one by myself today. If I do wind up having to watch it on my own, that's fine. I've been wanting to get a little watch session of my own because I mean there was a time that I watched a ton of stuff just on my own.
Yeah,
Not because I craved that. I yearned to be alone,
yeah,
but just like I had things that nobody else wanted to watch, so I made time to do that.
right.
And I've even commented recently to Taylor that I don't do that anymore. Like that's when I was doing, remember when I was watching the videos of the 10 movies that break their audience or whatever?
Yes,
Those were purposefully watched alone by myself movies.
yeah.
Taylor was not meant to be there for those.
Those were hard movies that you wouldn't
But
want to
like
expose a lot of
I
people to.
haven't watched any in like 2 years. It's almost
Has it
3
been
years
that
now.
long? My God.
Yeah. Like I remember watching the last one that I watched, which was man, it's the one about the movies that the guy finds, the Poughkeepsie tapes.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. You
Well,
told
that
me
was a
about
hard
that
one.
one.
I mean, it
Yeah.
was a fucking hard movie.
Yeah.
It was a lot. So I also needed a break, but I don't think I needed a 2.5 year break, but it has
Are you
been
sure?
there. I feel like I've been trying to like play games, and then like we've been watching stuff together, and then
Yeah,
I mean last year we did go a little hard in the paint with anime stuff, you know.
did.
So like, you know, the world had different vibes at these different times.
Yeah,
Elden Ring had come out, and I was playing that till 3 a.m. for a long stint, you know, like
yeah.
times have changed, but like I am wanting to get back into that. So if she doesn't want to watch Fallout, I might just crank that out on my own for a little bit, you
All
know?
right.
Because I want to do that. I want to get back into a couple movies. I have a ton of movies that are like in the backlog of like just for me,
Uh-huh.
and I need to start dwindling that down because it is getting out of hand that now I'm like, well, I can't even bother with it, you know?
Yeah. Um,
But I'm surprised you didn't say, I mean, you kind of forgot the first show, but I will say, do you think there was anything that grabbed me out the gate?
I'm trying I hope you've already seen this part. You said that you saw the part with the people attacked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is what grabbed me. Like the scene where they're like consummating their marriage, and then
Mm-hmm.
suddenly he's just like fucking picking her up and throwing her. That is what gripped me. That's what hooked
I
me quite
mean,
instantly.
that's fine.
Okay,
Scoot like 2-3 minutes ahead, perhaps.
the intense violence, the blender to the face.
Specifically, no, that's still in there. For me, it was specifically when a guy shoves a rifle in the dude's mouth and is shooting through his head at people.
Yeah, I do remember that actually, and I was like, "Oh, Robert's gonna love that."
I straight up was like kind of like doing something and watching like on the side, and I saw that and was just like, oh yeah, and I loved it. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that show.
You keep that kind of stuff in there, I'm there for it. You know,
It's got creative violence, which
it does, which I like, and I like the I love the main girl so far. She
she's
fucking
amazing.
is selling me.
She knocks the part out of the park. It is so well played. Like I wouldn't have cast anybody else.
So I was getting a little bored in the Maximus stuff so far with whoever's in the like armor, like the Fallout suit shit.
Yeah,
Am I gonna give a shit about that later? Because
will.
so far that half, because that's half of that one show.
yeah.
I was like, this can be done.
I know. I was too. I was like, this guy
Okay, cool.
sucks. Did you already see the thing with the boot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that was gross.
I kind of missed it. Did he put a bug in there? Like,
No.
I just know she got fucked up.
Yeah, somebody put a razor blade in their boot, and when they put it on the boot, it just like sliced
Skin.
all the way
Gotcha,
up.
gotcha.
It was
Okay,
really
okay.
gross. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that, and then I know that it was him because he wanted to take her spot in the team or whatever. Like
Yeah.
I'm following it well enough, but I was like, they painted me a picture with her, and I kind of know who she is and what's going on. I still don't know what the fuck is going on with this crew. I don't know
Yeah.
who these people are right now. So I don't
knew because I
care
had
at the
Richard
moment.
there, and he was like,
Yeah.
"These people do this, and this is their function that they perform in the Fallout Society, and this is what they are
Yeah.
all about," and told me like their creed and all that stuff. So,
Well, as
like,
of now, the show has not expressed that. Like
yeah, it doesn't.
with, oh, okay. So basically, this is a show you need a little homework.
You do, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I think it can
That's
still
good
be.
to know.
I think it can be enjoyed without intimate knowledge of the universe, but
Yeah.
I think I had
But
the bonus.
but it would behoove me to
Yes.
learn something,
You would grow hooves if you learned.
and that is fine. Okay. I do want to watch it. I need to finish the first one. It was what, 7 shows? 7? 8?
8,
Maybe?
I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
8 sounds right.
it's not long, so
No, the
I'm
first one is a bit
definitely gonna watch
beefy.
it.
I think the first one was an hour 15. The rest
It's an hour and
hover
a
around
half, bro.
shit.
I
Yeah,
was like, whoa.
yeah. The rest of them are like 45 minutes. So the first one's just like a double episode.
Okay. Yeah, it's 8. It's 8. Okay. I guess because it doesn't happen a lot so much anymore, especially on other platforms. It's more of a Netflix thing. How do you feel that they just fucking said, we're dropping here's the Fallout, and they just folded out? It was all there, day one, ready to watch.
Oh, yeah, like just giving it.
Yeah, they just said, here's all 8.
I didn't like that.
You can shotgun it.
Yeah, I was hoping to watch this story week by week. But having it all out on the first day, I knew that I needed to watch it before the internet was just like, guess what happened in Fallout, and destroyed the whole story for me, because that's what happens.
That's why I think you can't remember it, because you don't get that time.
Yeah, I don't
Because it
have
all
like the time
happens
to
in one
think about
sitting.
it. Yeah, exactly. Like I remember Walking Dead beat for beat. I remember Breaking Bad and all the little bits and pieces that happened in that, because I got to watch those as they happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I think it's kind of a detriment. I
it
mean,
is.
I do love it, because I do wait for some shows to end first, where I even dip my toes in.
Yes, me too.
But oh man, we just watched something that was, piecemeal, bit by bit, and I was like, I missed this a little bit.
Mhm.
I kind
Yeah,
of like that.
I forget what we were talking about, but yeah, there was
Yeah.
I want more of that in society. There needs to be more of just like
Yeah.
you have a week to process it and think about like the ramifications of the character's actions. You get to talk around the water cooler with your friends
How
and be
about
like,
this? But knowing that it's going to keep coming out.
yeah,
Because right now we'll get, okay, well, here's like 2 of them, and the next 3 will be in like a couple months because they're just not ready.
exactly.
And then
Yeah,
you'll get like 1, and then you go another month. Here's 2 more. 5 years later, here's the last ones. Like,
I would love
that's the
to
stuff I don't want.
yeah, I want a schedule like when Game of Thrones was coming out. You know, every Sunday you would
You
sit
knew what
down
was
with your
going to
popcorn
happen.
and be like, I know Game
Yep.
of Thrones is going to be on tonight.
Because I don't know if I sent you this video, but Invincible, the show that I like,
Yes.
right?
Uh-huh.
It was like 2 years between season 1 and season 2. That's not a
Yeah.
schedule. Season 2 is intermittently coming out right now.
That's so frustrating.
Therefore, I'm not watching it.
Yeah.
But they put a commentary in the show itself about that fact.
Why?
So like he goes to meet like one of his favorite artists, right? And he's like, "Hey, when's the next season of your show coming out?" And he's like, "Oh, it's probably going to be a while. Animation's hard. You ever notice?" And then like the camera cuts like this, and he's like, "You ever notice how sometimes they'll be on screen, but you don't see their mouths move? That's how they save like costs." And then like he goes, "Huh, I never thought about that." And then he's like,
God.
"Or sometimes you'll see like a really wide shot, but it's slowly panning, which it's currently doing in the scene." And he goes,
Yeah.
"And you think there's movement, but nobody's moving on the screen. It's all tricks to like make it seem good, but it takes a long time to do it." So in the show, they fucking say, don't expect more for a long time because it's hard.
I mean, yeah,
And
fair.
that's
Animation
fine.
is hard. And making TV is hard. Like, yeah, art's hard, but like
Yeah.
when you build a TV show, I think
When
it
you
is
build it.
when you build it, I think it is appropriate to set the expectation with the viewers. And the expectation generally with TV is that like you're going to have an episode a week. Like maybe you'll have a group of 4 and then you're going to take a break for a month and then the next group of 4 are going to come out, you know, but have them scheduled. I'm
Is
tired
it
of
because we have so much TV and so much of it does fail because of the populist of shows
saturation. Yeah,
that nobody's willing to give a schedule or set funds to a show because they just don't know if it's going to work, because this is show 800 in their lineup.
Right. And we don't know if it's going to actually land or not. So like we're not going to take a chance on giving you a real schedule.
Exactly.
It just sucks. And I wish that it was different, but you know.
But from the first one, I do like it and I would like to continue the show. Definitely.
Good. You should.
So I just kind of want to tell you a little something about what's going on with me.
Okay.
I don't know. Been feeling this past couple days.
Uh-huh.
You ever just tired, man? Like, are you ever just tired?
I'm pretty tired.
This week, I have just been like unshakably tired. Like, I will wake up and be just as tired from then as to when I go to bed that night. Like, I never get a period of like oomph in the day. Not after coffee, not after lunch, not after a pep, nothing. I'm equally tired start to finish of the day. It's been like 3 fucking days.
Are you sleeping? Because I know your version of sleep is not.
Because one day I got off work and I fell asleep on the couch, and Taylor's like, "I'm surprised you actually fell asleep." And I was like, "Yeah." I got up for like a little bit and then we went to bed.
Okay.
At like 10 or 11. So I went to sleep for like 2 hours before going to bed at 10. So like 5:30 to like 7:30. Bed at 10 till 8 o'clock the next morning, still tired. And then the next
That
day. And then the
yeah.
next day.
Maybe something's in the air. I don't know. I've been having a week too, just a general malaise. I don't know. I haven't been like sleepy tired, but I've been like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything tired. Like I'm gonna sit on the couch and rot tired.
I wonder if that's I think that might be mine. I think that's why I'm getting in my watch mode.
Okay.
Because when you play games, you can't rot.
Yeah.
You are active
Active.
participant in the goings on, you know?
Active in mind, but not in body.
Yeah. So it's like, but if I just watch something, you can kind of ride because you can throw on like an old favorite and you're not really paying attention, but you get your little serotonin hit and you move on. You know, like I
Isn't
mean,
life fun?
It's wild. I don't know. I haven't been tired like that in so long, and I'm like, I'm not like sad. Like I'm not like no motivation just because like I don't want to do the same old day.
Yeah.
Like it's not even that. I just couldn't not be tired. And that doesn't happen a lot. Like, I mean, I sleep for my 4 hours
Yeah.
and then I just go like I'll wake up and be like, I'm really tired. My eyes open. We're good to go. And like I'm good to go.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever noticed that at podcast movement, but like if I
Oh,
get
I
up,
do.
I'm good now.
You're up. And I'm
Like
just sitting
I'm
there
up.
like, I'm not ready for class.
I know, and I'm just like, are you
I
ready?
don't want to go.
Are you ready? I'm awake.
I can't.
So I don't know. It's weird. I don't normally do that. So I felt like, am I dying? Like, is this what it feels like to be dying now?
I think you're just 34.
You're not the only person that said that. Somebody else,
Yeah.
Adrian, she goes, I think it's just your old man body telling you, don't stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning no more.
That's probably it. Yeah. I hate that I can't stay up now.
But
like,
fuck that. I do it anyway.
I know. Like, I have recently been up, like, there was a night where I was like, I'm going to stay up late and play a video game. And I was up until like 2 o'clock and I was like, party. And then I was up at like 8 o'clock the next morning because I'm old now. And I was just like, well, now I'm just tired and this sucks.
No. 2 o'clock is becoming my hour, I think, these days. Like, it used to be
To go to bed?
3. Like, I always was up till just about 3.
Yeah.
But now, like, when it's hitting like 1:30, starting to get to 2, I'm like, I'm getting tired.
I get sleepy. Past midnight, I'm no good anymore. I'm not fun past midnight.
Like, it feels weird to say that because, like, like when you're a kid, 1 in the morning sounds like so out there. Oh my God, 1 in the morning? And sometimes, like, I'll look at the clock and be like, it's like 1 in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, rebel. But I do it daily, so it's not that important or a big deal,
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm feeling better. Like yesterday, for some reason, I was fucking pepped up, man. I don't know what happened. I was just good. I was done.
All right.
And then, like, I've been all right today.
Okay, good.
Not sleepy.
You're coming out of the malaise. It's gonna be fine.
I'm doing it,
Well,
I mean, I know that like you guys are listening on a different day in the future.
Yeah.
But it's Metroid Day, so I'm pumped today.
It is Metroid Day.
It is Metroid Day.
Can I talk to you about something you don't care about?
Sure.
Let's talk about hockey.
Hockey. Okay. What?
Hockey.
But not book talk hockey.
Not book talk hockey. Real hockey.
Okay.
So it is Stanley Cup season, by which I mean it's like the end of the hockey season. We're going to start playoff mode here pretty soon. So, I mean, by the time this airs, actually playoff mode has started. So
okay,
we've been trying to sort out the brackets. And when I say we, I mean the hockey players. So they've been playing their final games of the season and everything. And in the Western Conference where the Stars lay, it's our team, my team. Everything was pretty much tied up. Like, put a bow on it. It's wrapped. We've hit it. Stars did really well this season. We finished first in the conference. Okay. So heck yeah, Stars. But in the Eastern Conference, it was a whole different story. So the way that you get points in hockey is if you win a game, you get 2 points. If you take a game to overtime, you get 1 point. So like,
okay.
if you lose a game, you get 0 points. Easy enough.
But if you took it to overtime, you still get 1 point, even though you lose.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, cool. Okay.
So the Eastern bracket, there were 4 teams fighting for the final playoff spot.
Ooh, okay.
Up to the last period of the last game of the season. So
okay.
I've got a good friend who roots for the Detroit Red Wings. God bless him. And the hockey math that people are having to do to figure out who's going to win the season. I just want to like give you a brief rundown. So the 4 teams were the Capitals, which is in Washington, the Detroit Red Wings, and then we had the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Philadelphia Flyers. And with all of them, if any of them lost in any fashion, well, if any of them lost outright, they would have been eliminated from playoff contention.
Okay.
If Washington won their game, they were going to get in. They were done.
Okay.
There, between here and there, there's so much. So like for Pittsburgh, they could win and clinch the playoff if Washington lost to Philadelphia in any fashion and Detroit lost to the Montreal in any fashion. They could get an overtime loss and still get in if Washington lost to Philadelphia in regulation and Detroit lost to Montreal in regulation. So there's just a lot of like if this then that type of stuff happening, and all these games were on at the same time, and so it was total chaos. I was oh my god, it was
so
was
you
nuts.
had picture in picture mode watching all of them.
I wanted it like that, but I couldn't get it like that. I make fun of Richard because he watches football like that sometimes. There's this channel called Red Zone or something where you can watch 4 games at the same time. And I'm like, how are you watching any of these? There's so much football on the TV. I can't see any of it.
Yeah.
And I wanted that for hockey so bad because Detroit was playing against who was it? I forget at this point. It was a team that it was Montreal. Yeah, it was Montreal, a team that was like out of the playoffs entirely. And so Montreal doesn't have a horse in the race, but they want to beat the Red Wings just so they can be
to kick them out.
Yeah, I want
you out of the running.
When you think of my face, I want you to taste defeat, that type of stuff. So Washington was playing against Philadelphia, and oh my god. So Philadelphia I was literally getting sick watching this game. So we had the Red Wings game on the TV, and then we were checking the scores of the other games on our phones. So, and I was also texting my friend who's the Red Wings fan. And so Red Wings were down into the last like 7 minutes of the game. And I'm like, they have to pull their goalie if they want to like get this done because they were down by a goal. And they had to at least get it to overtime in order to keep going in the playoffs. So they didn't pull their goalie until like maybe 2 minutes left to go, which is really cutting it close. And I'm like, God, they have to score here. And they just couldn't get it. They couldn't make it happen. They kept getting so close and trying so hard. And then in the last literal 10 seconds of the game, they iced the puck, which is this thing where like if you get it down to the other end of the ice, you get the face off like right in front of the net. So they had like one play and they had 3 seconds to make it happen. And I was like, there's no fucking way they do this. And of course they did it, and they sent it to overtime. And it was absolutely nuts. The cats were on the couch with us just like chilling, and we were just like stand up and freak out. And the cat's like, one of them almost hits the ceiling. Yeah. And so we have like step 1 is complete. Detroit's in overtime, so they could make it happen. They could do it. And then Philadelphia.
So if they go to overtime and win, then they get 3 points technically.
No.
Right? No. Okay. No.
Yeah. So you can either
it's just 2 for winning or a point because you went to overtime, and that's
right. Yes.
Okay. Cool. Gotcha.
So Detroit is trying to get Washington to lose in regulation and Pittsburgh to lose at all, and Pittsburgh did end up losing, which is great. So they were just waiting on the Washington Philly game, and the Washington Philly game was tied up at the end, like getting toward the end, and we needed them to lose in regulation. So regulation's like before, the overtime. So Philadelphia, I don't know if they like didn't know what was happening in the other
Oh my God.
realms or something. It's like the coach didn't check the scores to see what was going on.
So they just laxly played?
No, they played too hard because they could have just kind of played hard and like tried to win. They they pulled their goalie as the game was tied up, and you never see that happen. Like you only pull your goalie if you're down, but they needed that win, I guess, in regulation to further their season. So they were like, we're tied up, we got to pull this guy out, let's get it. And when you pull your goalie, you get an extra man on the ice, so you can get like more people to skate against the other team. So they pull their goalie with like 7 minutes to go, and I was like, oh my God. And they get scored on in an empty net, and they don't end up winning. So like at the end of the day, Detroit had done all these incredible things and like made it happen, and they were going to do it. And then Philadelphia was just like, we're pulling the goalie, and then immediately lost. And that just completely dashed Detroit's hopes of doing anything, because Washington won and immediately clinched the playoff spot. So it's just been a really exciting hockey season to watch, and I'm just happy that it's been a good one. But now it's going to be playoff time, and I don't know yet. There's one more game to play at this point in time for the Stars to figure out who we're going to play. So we're either going to play the LA Kings, which we would do fairly good against, or we're going to play the Vegas Golden Knights, who cut our throats last year. So we really don't want to play them. I'm really, really hoping to play the Kings. But I mean, if we play the Knights and knock them out early, then it's a favor to the rest of the NHL. So we'll see.
I guess we'll see. You got to keep us posted now.
I'll keep you posted. You know I will. If this is the year the Stars win the Stanley Cup, I'm gonna cry for years.
But
that's all I got for you in the first half of this show.
Cool. Well, why don't we get on the ice, take a little break, we'll buff this out, get the Zamboni out, and I guess we'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, you think you know what happened to me? Look, I'm back, and I'm about to unearth all the secrets in Old Cove. So do a little refresher on Season 1 and get caught up before Season 2 arrives. Trust and believe. You don't want to miss what's coming.
Welcome to Severed, a podcast suite that offers a rotation of content centered around true crime to paranormal cases. Severed True Crime covers high to low profile true crime cases like the Westfield Watcher, The Staircase, The Keepers, and other binge-worthy favorites on Netflix. Severed Paranormal peers into the corner-moon windows of the Amityville Horror House, the Conjuring House, and other mysterious cases, locations, and urban legends.
Our episodes feature a 7-minute story that concisely frames the details of a case in narrative format. We then sever 3 aspects of a case in detail and offer our analysis. And we talk pop culture related to the case.
Listen for future related content such as Severed Small Town Mysteries and Severed Film, where we explore local mysteries, scandals, unsolved cases, and discuss our favorite scenes from crime-related films.
I'm Harry Chambers.
And I'm Drew Hudson. We are true crime and paranormal enthusiasts. Join us every Monday for a new episode of Severed and our off-the-cuff middle episodes called The Split, as we take a destination drive to the Watcher House, dine at haunted restaurants, and debrief on our main episodes.
Email us at severedpodcast@gmail.com or follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/severedpodcast and Instagram at severed_podcast.
We want you along for this investigative and haunting roundup. Scare you soon.
Corey and Jared are best friends and have been playing Pokemon the card game for a very long time. They have played at small tournaments all the way up to the World Championships. Now they are adults, both with families of their own, but still love to play and talk about the game of Pokemon.
Teach Me Pokemon podcast focuses on educational moments and interviews with top players, announcers, and tournament organizers. Join them every week. We are still muted.
Yup.
Oh no, it's fine. We're learning.
No, we're good. But we are back, and I have an update for you.
An update on the YMBToAP Patreon.
Sure. Yeah. Go check out the Patreon.
Yeah. Go check out the Patreon. We're doing a lot of stuff over there. So this month we're actually doing a watch along. Yeah, it's a watch along. It's a watch along live at the Patreon. So it's a little bit different from our typical watch alongs. We are going to be watching Starship Troopers, which I keep wanting to call not Starship Troopers.
Are you wanting to call it Super Troopers?
No, there's another movie that's like Starship Troopers that I keep. It's not Spaceballs. It's something else. It keeps popping into my mind every time I try to say it. Anyway, we're gonna be watching that together. So get in the Discord before April 28th if you want to hang out with us and do that, because that is going to be our patron April monthly. We got a lot of fun things coming in a few months that are going to be proceeding that. What? We're going to be having a lot of fun in Patreon. Please join us. Just want you to be there. We have a lot of stuff. We got a Discord. We got a bunch of mini episodes that go up each and every week. We got our $10.
Frankly, that backlog.
The backlog is worth it alone because my God, we have hundreds of episodes at this point. I think we hit 100 pre-ramble episodes several months back, so we're hitting we're close to like 150 now, and that's like a whole other section of YMBToAP where you get to see more personal stuff. You get to see some of us wear some silly hats. You get to see all sorts of things. So check out our pre-ramble episodes if that intrigues you at all.
That's right. So with that, we'll get back into the rest of the stuff.
Yes.
Let's do that. I want to tell you, keeping the same thing. Now, I wrote it to you in the topic suggestions as Friday shenanigans.
Yeah.
Because, man, what a Friday that was.
Okay.
So, in case you can't tell, there is a new thing back there. Because it is cut off by the wall now, like I said. See that?
Oh,
see
yeah.
It extends into the wall. You see this box?
That's beefy.
That's a big box, man.
That's a big one.
So, if you will recall, I said that Best Buys don't have phones in their stores.
Right. Which is so bizarre.
And I have corroborated this twice now.
Okay.
One, by having Mary go to a location and handing him the phone and being like, answer his question.
Foisting her cell phone on an unsuspecting employee.
Two, because I drove all the way to fucking Hearst for that open box to get there, and they go, that's not a real listing.
What?
Like, I walk in there and I go, hey, I'm here to get this open box. And he goes, oh, come on with me. All right, so it's pretty much this guy right here. Fucking no remote, no stand, no nothing, no box. We call that a naked TV. You just, it's sitting right here. It's on the wall. Fucking take it.
That was the floor model, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But no. That was at a different store.
Okay.
I go to this one for the Excellent, which is supposed to be completely brand new, basically. And he's showing me this one that says it's got nothing.
Naked one. Okay.
And I go, that's not it, my guy. And he goes, that's the open box one. It's right there. And I went, that's a 55. I'm coming here for the 65.
I'm here for the big boy television.
And he goes, oh, I don't think we have one of those. I think I'd know. Let me go look. So he starts like looking around, and I guess the open box stuff is literally just sitting out on the floor. Okay. So like if you've been in a Best Buy lately, you know that like there's just like TVs just like in aisles. Like they're in the boxes, but like they'll have like just a little placard up top that says like the price and whatever, right?
Okay.
And
they're on the floor?
Dispersed all over the floor, all over the store. There's just like a pile of 10 computer monitors. And it
Feels
just
like a
says,
fire hazard.
here's this. Here's like a 65, a 55, and then like a 43. So they, cascade down, and then they have a placard on each one with a price. And then they usually put a sound bar at the bottom. Like they make these like mini kiosks for them. Like it's not a
All
kiosk,
right.
like a mini.
Just a little display.
Yeah, like here's like 3 LGs, here's 3 Samsungs, here's 3 TCLs, and it's different, sizes cascading down to sound bars that match, and you can look at each set in a row or whatever, right?
Okay.
So he's looking at all those, and he goes to something, and then he's like, "Let me get somebody around." He gets 8 people that work there to go hunt down this TV.
That's a lot of people.
And then I'm like, I mean, here it is. Like, it does say it. I'm not.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's this store? And I'm like, I wouldn't have driven over 20 fucking miles to the wrong store, my guy.
That's a long way to go.
Which it doesn't sound like a long way to go. It's 20 miles. It's not a big deal. But like,
it's traffic miles.
for exactly.
Yeah.
Is that where the difference comes in with like Texas miles and hours and stuff? It's because like it's always short distances.
Yeah.
But it takes us a long fucking time to get to those distances.
That's why we measure stuff in time. Like it takes me 30 minutes to get to Frisco and it's up the road.
Yeah, Frisco's right fucking there. I can see it.
It takes a long goddamn time to get there.
But it takes me a long time to get there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, okay, if I don't immediately know where your town is by saying the name, you're fucking far away. I don't know.
Yeah.
You are astronomically, you're to the moon and back to me.
In the boonies.
I don't fucking know. Hearst is not far. I mean, it is far. And I
Far
have
enough.
apparently been to that Best Buy one time. It said I went there 4 years ago for something.
Okay.
I don't know. 'Cause you know how like Google's like, we remember you went here
I
one
know
time.
this
Remember
about
that?
you. I have your secrets.
You walked there once, remember?
We
And I'm like,
know.
I don't remember that. I think it's because I went to the mall next door
Uh-huh.
and then I never went inside
Okay.
because I like went to get something and then I got a call about toast and then I immediately left. So like I remember this place, but not enough because I didn't really go there, right? So he fucking starts looking around for this thing and then he comes back and goes, "That's just not real. Like that's not here. Do you want the shitty one?" And I
No,
was
bud.
like, "No." "Is there anything else you want here?" And I was like, "Well, frankly, you're going to sell me a new one and I could have gone to the store that's 10 minutes away from me and done the same fucking bullshit."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Nah, I'm good." And I was like, "It'd really help if you had fucking phones in the store."
For real. I'm so mad about that decision. Like who made that choice upstairs?
Corporate took their phones when COVID happened because they closed the stores. So I guess they were like, let's save money on renting out these phones. And they just never put them back.
That's idiotic.
So then another guy up front, he goes, "Oh yeah, you can get in touch with us. You go into the chat, you ask the chat a question, they will email us, and then we'll give you a phone call."
Why?
And I said, that is too many. That is 3 mediums to get a phone call with you.
Yeah, that's too many steps. Give me a phone number for God's sakes.
I have to chat with you so that they can email you so that I may get that phone call.
Unbelievable.
To what end? And I don't get that because
Yeah.
remember, I did call the number, so I know that calling them or chatting with them will probably net you the centralized location. And when I had called them, remember, Home Dude said, "Well, I'm not there to see the model, so I don't know what's missing or not. You'd have to go to the store." And so the guy on the phone didn't even give me an option for them to call me. So is this Best Buy guy right? I don't know. I'm going to test it one day. I'm just going to chat and be like, "Can I talk to someone at this store?" And see if someone calls me and go, "Where are you located?" And see if they're like, "At this store." I'll be like, "Oh, this worked." And then just hang up on them.
Okay.
But so anyway, drove all that way. It was like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like an hour, actually,
It's a long time.
for nothing. And we'd drive an hour back.
My God. You didn't get it there?
No, because there wasn't anything there.
So
Plus,
where'd you go?
I'm not gonna put it in the back of a truck for over an hour
Yeah.
to drive home. And then I made my dad go with me. And so he wanted food. And he's like, we can just leave it in the back while we eat. And I was like,
No.
fuck shit, bro. Yeah, I'm not just gonna leave it in the back of a truck.
No. Insane behavior.
I'm not crazy. So we went out to eat first, had ponchos.
Okay. I haven't had
Was
ponchos
good,
in a
man.
very long time.
Bro, this was a good ponchos. It was in Arlington. So I mean it's not close. But what do dragons have to do with Mexican food?
Excuse me.
I took a picture of the outside of the establishment. I'm gonna put it in the Discord for you. But they had dragon sconces outside.
Hell yeah. I want to see this.
And I was just like, for why? What was the purpose?
I like them dragons.
So, you know what? Because I did figure out that this will work, I'm going to open this up in this browser over here. Okay?
Yeah, show me your dragons.
And I can just share the screen with you guys. Oh, look at that shit.
Screen share with the live episode.
I think we did this last time. I'm not sure.
Did we?
I don't know. But anyway, look at these. That's
Those are-
amazing to me.
Yeah, I want those in my home.
Yeah, I really like those. I was like, oh, that's legit.
Maybe an
Okay.
Asian restaurant was there before.
I don't know, maybe. And then they were just like,
Mexico
oh, keep
have
'em."
dragons, like in their lore, folklore.
Not that I'm aware of. Not that I know, But anyway,
Do a Google for Mexican folklore dragons. See what pops up because that just intrigued
I
me.
like it. I was into them, right? So we go to Ponchos. I ate too many flautas, as you do, because that's what you do at
That's what you
Ponchos.
do. That's a Quetzalcoatl,
That makes more sense. Okay.
feathered serpent, deity in Aztec culture.
Well, there you go. Look at it. Look at us learning here.
Learning.
Of course, the person I'm with is making conversation with every person on the planet, and I now know that there are 2 Ponchos locations. Out of all of them left, there are 2.
That's very few.
And I was like, that's sad. She was like, yeah, nobody cares about them anymore, but we run a tight ship, and it was really nice.
Nice tight ship.
I was like, man, this is like going to Ponchos back in the 90s. This is great, I was having a great time. I was living, right? They still have the flags because Ponchos got rid of the flags. You remember the flags, right?
No.
Bro, you remember the Ponchos flags?
No, what's that?
The commercial makes no sense because it goes raise the flag, ooh la la, and it's a Mexican place.
I don't know about that.
Okay, so you go to Ponchos and there's a little Mexican flag on the table.
Okay.
And you raise that flag, and then the waitresses know to come to your table and say, did you need more tacos or something? You go, yeah, can I get like 2 more? And they'll bring you 2 more tacos.
All right.
So I was all 8 flautas, please. And she was like, wow, that's too many fucking flautas. And I was like, well, he's going to have one of them. Is that okay? And she was like, it's fine. She brings me all the flautas, 8 too many. And then I was like, pulling up that little flag. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, can I just get 1 sopapilla?
Oh, you gotta have
Not a
sopapilla.
basket, but just one.
One.
And so I had one, and it was
Nice.
delicious.
I
'Cause they
want
got the best
Mexican
sopapillas.
food so bad right now.
So anyway, that was great. And then I just went to fucking the Louisville store that's right next to me anyway. And I had to buy it fucking brand new. So I got one brand new.
Unbelievable.
Which defeats the entire purpose of all this time of research.
You spent a lot of time for nothing at
Because-
all.
Also, the same day, they decided to drop it down to its low price, its low total tech price, which was the lowest price it's been anyway. So it was able to be got for the low price that I was like, well, that's the best it's ever been. And I just went ahead and did it.
All right.
Like a chump. Well, but it's
I mean, I
fucking
guess
nice,
you didn't
man.
overpay, so
I didn't overpay, but because it's Samsung, I got my phone and I can like control it with my
Cool.
phone.
Fancy.
And I love the way Samsung TVs turn on and off. I don't know if you notice that, but it does the old school like shoo.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
I love that shit, man. It's so fucking cool. It's nice, dude.
Show and tell.
Like I loved my OLED. I remember it being amazing, and those blacks are phenomenal. But
Yeah.
you always remember being like, HDR is not as punchy as I think it should be. Like they always talk about how like HDR like makes those pinpoint bright moments, right?
Yeah.
And I never really felt that in all the years of the OLED that I had. Just for the record, I had like the original, like the LG B7. That's the one I
Okay.
had.
Yeah.
If anyone out there knows their models, and that matters to them. But it was like the first OLED that came out, right?
Okay.
And it was a B series, so it was like the lower one processing wise. The picture quality was the same, but it just didn't process things as well. And I remember always thinking like, while things did look great, things look phenomenal, there wasn't that punch. There's supposed to be this like bright punch in certain things.
Okay.
I never felt that with that old TV. I just went, HDR looks legit. Kratos' head looks good and bald, you know? So I turned this thing on. And I did Ragnarok first. I figured there would be good moments there. And the electricity that comes off of Thor's hammer is scaldingly bright versus the image of the man that's standing there. And I was like,
right.
oh, is that what HDR is supposed to look like? Because it's rocking my fucking socks right now.
Cool.
You know, I just keep turning on different things and being like, so actually, Days Gone is one I've had on my mind. Because I was like, I remember playing it. HDR was new when I kind of was getting into that game. And you're driving your motorcycle a lot. And so you hit the brakes, and it's nighttime, so it should be consistently dark, and then just a bright spot from the red light of your taillight. And I always thought, like, I guess it's brighter, and I never really thought anything about it. So I literally turned that game on, watched it go to sunset, right?
Okay.
Let it get dark, which, by the way, that game's old, and it's a PS4 game. I still want you to play that game because the sun started going down. Dude, the sun went down. And because you're in like a post-apocalyptic time, right? There's like no fucking, what is it, light bleed? Where like city lights bleed out the skies. Light pollution, that's it. There's none of that. Plus you're in Oregon, so like you're in the mountains anyway, right? And the stars were coming out, and I was like, oh my God, this game looks fantastic. Like it literally wowed me, and it's so old. I've played it already. And then I got on the motorcycle. I was driving around for a little bit, and I hit the brake, and I was like, oh fuck, like that's HDR. That's what it's supposed to look like.
Okay.
Like it's changed how I'm even thinking about it, and everything just looks fucking phenomenal now.
I love the way you experience technology, because I don't think I will ever experience it that way.
Well, you tell me this theory, right?
Looks good.
Well, you tell me a theory, and you're saying like you're trying to replicate this thing. Is it doing that? Like, am I feeling what you're trying to convey with this technology? Like,
yeah.
I mean, that's why I got a 3DS in the first place. I was like, oh, 3D without 3D glasses. I want to know if that works. So I got one and was like, oh, it works. Didn't use the 3D because 3D sucks ass. I fucking hate 3D. But I would every now and then like find a part in a game that I thought would look cool, and I would turn it on and go, that does look fucking cool. Right back off.
Right back off. Yep.
And enjoy the game, right?
Yeah.
So the TV's cool. I did turn on like some 12K shit, trying to look at it. It's nice. It's whatever. But I was playing around with it. And I was like, what is this thing talking about? Like, what is it trying to tell me right here? And I was like, oh, I forgot that Xbox and Samsung have the thing happening.
They have like a deal?
Right? Every time you see Samsung TVs at Best Buy, they're always showing off Xbox shit. They're always showing off Gears of War or Forza or Dirt or something.
Dirt.
Right?
Is that a game?
Yeah, that's like a rally game.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, so like dirt rally stuff.
Sure.
And
They were just like, and pictures of dirt.
no, just dirt, man. They fucking love soil.
Good to see some
they-
worms.
They crave it, right?
Crave that mineral.
And I was like, oh yeah, they have a whole little thing. What's up with that? So I'm looking at it, and you can just like hook up your Xbox controller, Bluetooth, to the TV
Mm-hmm.
and start playing Game Pass. You just turn on Pal World and play it.
Did
So
that
I
not
did
happen
that.
before?
Well, because it's like cloud gaming built straight into this TV.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't have an Xbox to play it on. So, but like my TV is my Xbox, technically, at this stage, as long as it's on Game Pass, I can
Yeah.
just go play Gears of War and fucking play it. I could
Do
go
you see
play.
now why
all the
Xbox wants
stuff.
out of the console market?
They can stay in the console market because cloud gaming was horrible.
Really?
I turned on Power World and went, this is the worst experience. Not because the game was bad. It was so sluggish. And then I turned on Gears of War and it was the same way. And then I turned on another game and like it would hold a good picture, but just like it was not responsive enough.
Okay.
And I was like, actually, Power World fucking buffered big. Like it was super pretty, and then it dropped to like 160p, and I was like, ugh. And then it like kind of came back, and then it stuttered, and then it like came back pretty, but then it was sluggish, and I was like, so basically, this is not my Game Pass still.
Huh.
Cool. Kind of a waste of my time, but I tried it.
Yeah.
I would love to get an Ethernet cord in there and just see if that could make it work.
Yeah.
But I would have to get yet another splitter to split it from the one port that's on the stupid whatever thing, the
Right.
router. So like, but I have good internet. I have fiber 500 wireless shit.
Yeah. If you Ethernet that thing, it's gonna run smooth. I mean,
I would hope.
our TV is hardwired, and we have an Xbox though. I don't know. We play games. They work good.
Yeah, but like, do you ever cloud stream them?
I have no idea.
I don't think so. I bet Richard's playing it from the source, which
He passes me the controller, and I'm
person would
like,
wanna do.
okay.
cloud's still got a ways to go. I am still not sold on the cloud streaming shit. And I thought it would be like infinitely better at this point.
I think once you
It is
hardwire it,
not.
it's gonna be fine.
I will try. But like, I was hoping that it would kind of be my in because I want to get an Xbox solely to just have Game Pass games available because I'm never going to play them on the computer.
Right.
But I was like, if it's built into the TV and I don't have to do anything, this is great. But it didn't sell me. I tried 3 games. One of them like kind of worked. And then it just kind of shit the bed from there. So I did send you a picture. I did turn on Power World. Made a nice, I think it was a blue-haired looking lady or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I built like my first table. I crafted a table. And then I was like, this game's slow. Not like the game, but like I was just turning the camera and it was just like taking forever. And I was like, is it registering what I'm doing here?
Man.
I was like, I'm done. So I turned off. But Xbox is right here. Like I signed into Xbox. My Game Pass is on there. It's showing every Game Pass game that I can play, which I think is, I need to figure out, because you know how there's some that are like PC only?
Yeah.
Or cloud only. I want to know if this is strictly the cloud ones, or do I have the console ones? Like, do they make the distinction based for the TVs? Like, that's a different market, I would imagine that's the cloud ones, which everyone say cloud should be here.
Right.
I think. I'm imagining.
As far as I know, that's how it works.
So I need to look up one that says console only and see if it's in the list or something. But it worked. I hooked my Xbox controller up. All I got to do is turn on the TV. I hit Xbox and I turn on the controller, and then I move everything with the controller from there, and it works
Nice.
pretty seamless,
Very good.
I would like the games to work better, but it's just neat, and I thought you'd enjoy that and think that was neat.
It is pretty cool.
But in the meantime of that, Mary started playing a game, so she finally beat Baldur's Gate 3
Oh shit, she like made the leap.
after 400 hours in that game.
I know that she was hesitant on beating it because she was very attached to her character.
Yeah, like there's a lot to that story,
Yeah.
but she's been playing it with Shay, our friend, right?
Uh-huh.
And they've been like playing it together. And she never went to the ending, but now that they're playing it co-op, they got to the ending. And of course, Shay's gonna want to see how it ends.
Yeah.
So Mary's like, I need to prepare first.
Right.
She got all prepared. They beat it. She said it was a fucking glorious ending. It's the whole thing. She
Good.
enjoyed it, but now she needs to play something else, you know?
Yeah.
So there was a game that showed up in a PlayStation conference a long time ago.
Okay.
I will share this with you just to kind of show you what it is and stuff. It's called Immortals of Avium. Looks pretty legit, right?
Yeah.
Looks pretty cool. It got shown. It looked really neat. We both were like, that looks legit. Not going to buy it. And then we moved on. It
Okay.
came out a while back, but now it's free on PlayStation Plus. So
Oh,
if
nice.
you have PlayStation Plus, you go download it, you live your life and you have a good time, right? So I'm trying to debate the order I'd like to tell you this in. So first of all, Mary loves it. Says it's fucking
Good.
phenomenal.
All
and I
right.
started playing it. It is legit. I'm curious about it because it's one of the first Unreal Engine 5 games. It's completely Unreal Engine 5. That lighting, fucking bananas, dude. It
On your
looks so good.
HDR TV.
The facial animations, whoa, dude. Like, that's what a next gen game's supposed to look like. It's a little buggy because it's a new, engine and all that stuff. So like you got to tweak it, but it's got all those fancy features, right?
Okay.
It
Yeah.
looks fucking next gen. It's crazy how good this game looks, right? And so I turned it on. Now, I already knew this. So you know what? I'm going to tell you what I know before we get into what I want to tell you next.
Okay.
It's on PlayStation Plus right now. So Mary starts looking into the game and she goes, I'm utterly heartbroken.
Why?
They're out of business
No.
because nobody bought it.
Oh my God, that sucks.
Nobody bought this game. And she's like, and it's so good. So I started playing it and I was like, it actually is pretty legit. Like it's a good game. And it's just, it just looks so good. It looks good. It doesn't feel the best. Like I said, it's a little clunky. It's a little sluggish.
Yeah.
But it's also this studio's very first game. They fired half the staff like months after this came out, and the remaining crew are furloughed at the present moment.
Damn.
Now I would like to show you what happens the moment you turn the game on for the first time.
All right.
The moment you turn it on, you get this screen, which says, Immortals of Avium is our debut title, which we created as an independent studio with a passion for making original games. We are incredibly proud of what we've accomplished using the latest Unreal Engine 5 game engine and can't wait to share this magic shooter experience with you. Thank you for playing our game and supporting new ideas from new studios. If you'd like to support us further, please consider rating Immortals of Avium and telling your friends about it. We hope you have a great time. Sincerely, Ascendant Studios team. And I'm reading that going like, they're fucking close.
This is Tombstone. This is so sad.
Like they didn't even know it was one.
My God.
It literally just opens with, hey, great to see you guys. And then nobody came to the party.
This is so sad.
And they closed the fucking doors.
Oh, I hate that.
And it's great because we talk about independent studios and all that
Yeah.
shit all the time. And it's no major studio has made an Unreal Engine 5 game yet.
Man.
Unreal Engine 5 is still like so new. No major studio has just fucking made a full game with that yet.
Yeah.
Right? So the fact that these nobodies, an unknown studio came in and said, we're going to fucking tackle that shit. And they made this creative very pretty game. I mean, dude, there's lighting moments because the whole thing with Unreal Engine 5 is it's supposed to have what's called nanite, which means like used to when you made a game, you would have to like place a light because like it's animation basically. You put a light source up here, and then the light sprays down, sprays down, and then that's how you light the scenes. And you have to like place them in certain spots to light it up. Nanite is like ray tracing, where you place a light source and then it sends the light everywhere it needs to be. It doesn't just point in one direction. It can bounce off of rocks. It can bounce off of people.
That's fucking cool.
You get like lifelike lighting. You know what I mean? And it looks phenomenal. Like, it is crazy. And the faces. This dude was talking, and I was like, that's a legit human person. Now, granted, I said that on the PlayStation 3 as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did. But I'm like, that's a person. That is crazy. Did they face... Like, it almost feels like it's face scanned. It's so real looking.
Well, that's sad that
they closed.
Defunct. Like, that sucks.
Because none of us showed up for them.
You said half of them are furloughed, right? So, like, maybe there's a chance that sales of this game will pick up.
Because, I don't know that they will because it's free. Everyone's just going to download it for free. No one's going to buy it when they can just get it for free.
True.
So Mary was like, well, how much do you think they get from that? And I was like, they already have that money. Because PlayStation would go, here's a check. Give us this for free to put on the service for like 6 months or whatever.
Yeah.
So I gave you a 6-month rent check for me to have that game. You know, it's like they already have the money. No matter how many times we download it, doesn't mean anything.
Right.
But I guess we should still talk about it because you can still buy it. Because the day it becomes off the service, if you bought it, well, you would just still have it. You know what I mean? But now my question is, where's the money go? Because if you buy a game, even if you buy it on Steam, you know, I don't know, Swatter. Who makes Swatter? Do you even know?
I should know, but I don't.
Let's say Chewy Studios, right?
Okay, sure.
Chewy Studios makes Swatter. When you pay for it on Steam, Chewy Studios is getting like 30-40% of that money. They don't get your full $70. Steam is getting a cut of that money.
Yeah, a big cut. So like when
maybe not 40%, but like Steam is taking, they probably get 60%. Steam is taking 40, let's say, because remember that's what Epic Games is all about. They're trying to like make it to where they take a very small percentage and let the developers get the money.
Yeah. Okay. So when a game is debunked, where does the purchase money go? That's what I asked Google just now.
Yeah,
if I buy a game in a studio that no longer exists, where does the money go? So this is 9 years ago, and this is just a random Reddit post. It says, unfortunately, the developer that made a game seldom gets the money from each sale, even if they're still in business, unless it's an independently published game. It goes to the publisher, or in the case of this specific game they're talking about, whoever bought the rights from the now defunct publisher.
So let's say PlayStation goes, you're defunct. I would like to purchase this game. It's all going to PlayStation.
Yeah. And third-party developers are often paid lump sums up front and don't get any royalties or residuals.
Yeah. See, come on. We live in capitalism, guys. Like, there's no good way to make money on your art you create. It's not a good space, you know? It's like Mary desperately wants to buy and give them money, and I'm like, that's not going to give them any money.
No, it won't.
We have to find something. She goes, if I write them a letter with $70 in the letter, they'll get that $70. I was like, that's true.
So if we all band together and send the studio $70 each, we can save them.
But like, isn't that crazy? Like, they come out, do kind of a bang up job, but nobody showed up to the party. And so they went, well, that's it. What else can we do?
Yeah.
You know, but I knew that story going in, because if I'd have read this at first, I'd been like, what a beautiful little note. It's like when Nintendo says thank you when you beat a Mario game. I get the warm and fuzzies every fucking time.
Yeah.
You know? So I loved this. But I was reading this knowing they died. So I hated it. And it made me sad.
Yeah. Well,
But so I'm playing Immortals of Avium, and it is pretty legit. So if you guys can find a place to play it, I think it is only on the PlayStation 5
okay.
and PS4. Like I think it's just a PlayStation thing. Give it a shot. It is free on PlayStation Plus. It's one of the games of the month, so I think it's only free for this month, actually.
Well, check it out while you can.
Yeah, so go get your license, because I mean, when you have the license, you have it,
Yeah,
until you quit paying for PlayStation Plus,
right.
which I'm roped in there forever. So it's, I have it. Or until they do the Stray thing. Stray was free, and they took it back from me.
Yeah, that
Because
sucks.
the tier system business, whatever. But
It's whatever.
anyway, I just wanted to pass along. This game is cool. It's an indie group. I know that we tout, like Dave the Diver, the Dredge team, all that stuff. Like,
Do we have
like
to walk it back on Day of the Diver? We never really came to a conclusion on where
I
we
mean,
landed on that.
true, but like we love our small people
We
because
do.
at the end of the day, that's who's making the ideas that literally blow your socks off.
Yes.
And
I
yes,
have
this
been-
game's clunky, but bleh, it's still cool.
I've been really craving Dredge lately. I've been needing some like apocalypse in my life, so I've actually been playing a lot of State of Decay recently.
Okay.
State of Decay 2, that is, which I will. It's just a cozy game. That's my version of a cozy game. I will always go back to it, and I will always have a fun, cozy time.
Yeah.
Popping heads, but anyway,
No.
you want to talk about an uncozy game?
I do.
You want to get on down to Hell Corner?
Bwum, 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 bwum. Bwum, bwum. All right, so I was wearing this earlier today for Kelsey because I just needed her to see my sweet shirt.
And he
Look at that shit,
ripped
man.
it off and had Metroid underneath.
Yeah, because it was, well, I mean, it's Metroid Day. I had to rep that one, but I
gotta
still
do
had to
it.
show you Sweet Liberty, my leg. I bought this one solely for more of like the SpongeBob-ness of that one.
Yeah. no line.
I don't fucking know what to talk about
I
because it changed it again.
I have exactly one thing to say to you, and that is, does your democracy officer have an eye patch?
No. Wait, well, so the dude by the war table?
Yeah.
No.
Sometimes he's got an eye patch. I've
never
seen him in an eye
with one.
patch exactly once. And
Okay.
the squad all stood around him. We were like, does he normally have an eye patch? We were all looking at him. And like, I don't think he does, but I don't have enough evidence to say. And then we got in the hell pods, and then
I'll
we came
look at
back,
it.
and he didn't have an eye patch anymore.
I will look. Every time from now on, I hate him because he always talks to me when I'm walking to the thing, and I'm like, shut up.
Shut up, democracy officer.
I don't even know his name. I'm just like, shut up, Carl. Bro, you ain't fighting. You just stand up here and look tough.
I don't even know what to Google. Democracy officer.
Eye patch. Do that.
Eye patch.
I think that's exactly what you say. Because
Okay.
Huh?
Apparently, the democracy officer is actually a random seed. They have different names and physical attributes.
That's like a crazy big search. Like I typed in that, and then eye patch was a following word. So
It might
I've
be
just
because I
noticed
just
that
Googled
my
it one.
officer has an eye patch, and
Yeah.
several randoms I've joined says theirs don't. Mine does not.
What the hell?
But how many different ways does he look? Because my dude just looks, like a bald dude.
Maybe each different person has their own democracy officer, and you just keep that one. Because now I'm questioning, like, did we switch ships when we checked his eye patch again?
Well, who? Yeah, because you got to know whose ship were you on when that happened.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you do each get one. I love this. Mine doesn't have one. I feel cheated. I could have had Nick Fury as my XO, but no, I just get some bald guy.
Mine has an eye patch and is cooler than yours.
Well, shit, I'm gonna have to go look when I just join like quick plays.
Yeah.
What do other people have? I've never thought. Well, I did notice this. Like when you do the ship upgrades, it does change your ship.
It does. Actually, when you're in the bay where you're like doing the upgrades, if you click on it, you get a preview of what it's going to do to your ship.
Yeah, because
It's
I
fucking
went to
cool.
someone's ship and I went, "Ew, why is their ship so ugly?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I just have upgrades." and I'm just used to them now because
Yeah.
I was like, I do remember it looking this way, and I
When
can't wait to get the level 4 shit because there's a lot of pretty ones.
when we were first playing, Richard was like, "Why do some people have one big screen and I have 4 screens? I want one screen. My screens are
Oh my God.
ugly."
That's funny.
And I was like, "I think you're hallucinating because it all looks the same to me." And he was like, "No, it's different."
Yeah, Adrian walked into my ship one day, and she goes to the front, and she's just like staring out the window, and someone's like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Look at these guns." Because like I've guns on the front of my ship now from some
Oh yeah.
upgrade I did, and she was like, "Oh, some big guns." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess I've never looked at them, you know." But they do cut into your like skyline view, so I'm like, "Oh, now I fucking hate them."
I don't want the
You know?
guns then. I like my skyline. We like to stand on the bow of the ship and do the hug emoji and pretend we're doing
That's
Titanic.
all I do. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Well, you want to know what we're into now?
What?
I think I sent you a TikTok on it, but we do it every match now. We dive from one pod every time.
Oh my god.
Literally every time. We all dive in one pod.
Everybody get in, cuddle up.
If this game, if there's any developers listening at all, please, I beg of you, just make one go down during the like screen too. Because that would be so great. Knowing
Yeah.
there's just four hell divers and they're just
cuddled up. Everyone's spooning.
What's up, man? Turn
Got
over a
their
little
arms
bit.
around each other.
Your shoulder
Democratically.
pads in my neck. Get away. So we're doing that every time. I did drop because ATs are just an official flat out thing.
Yeah.
I've seen one. Didn't really get to even have fun with them because like all 3 of the dudes threw lasers because it was a rando match, and they all 3 threw lasers. He died before I got to even like peek at him.
There's
You know.
a new mission where you have to kill the factory striders, the AT-ATs.
Mm-hmm.
And I have not played that one. I haven't played much this week, honestly, because I was feeling malaise and I didn't want to be like an active participant. So I was like, I'm going to play my cozy zombie game instead.
That's fair. There's a new one that I really like. It's a defense one. You're basically like unloading missiles.
Okay.
So you have to like press a button. So you get to like set up a defense first. So like all 4 of you, like there's like a countdown. You get 2 minutes to set up a defense.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 2 minutes, the mission starts. Or you can like press a button and say, I'm good. And then they just start throwing people. And you can like close like these giant bay doors to block them off until they bust through them. And you just have to delay until all 8 missiles launch. And then you get to leave. And then that's it.
Cool.
That one's pretty fucking fun.
That sounds
like
not
fun on Suicide Mission.
Nothing is fun on Suicide anymore. Like I was doing fine on the Suicide missions until like the new phase of the robots started. Now I'm like, I don't want to play this anymore.
No. They're so mean now.
They're so mean. I just want to have a good time. Like I just want to go in and get kills, and that's it. And my squad is so sweaty, and I love them, but I just can't sweat with them.
The major order for today, like I got on this morning because I thought it was fake. I thought somebody tweeted a fake major order for the day.
Okay.
Not personal, not just do this for you today. Like the big game, everyone's doing it one. It's kill 2 billion bugs.
That's so many bugs.
It says kill bugs, and it said 0 out of 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Just like so many. And I was like, Mary, how many zeros is this? And she's like, that's 2 billion. And I was like, that's a lot of bugs.
That's a lot of bugs.
In 5 hours, like literally later that day, it's almost done already.
Hot damn.
People just be out there killing bugs.
Yeah.
Like it's nobody's business. So I'll give you this because I do want your take on it, and then we'll pretty much get out of Hell Corner. But Stylosa be talking.
Okay.
And there is an interesting idea going around right now.
All right.
Arrowhead Studios is a small developer. They only have like 100 people.
Wow.
So there's been that list of known bugs, and the same friend request ones have been on there since the game launched. Okay.
Yeah.
But we've been getting war bonds. We've been getting new weapons. We've been getting all this stuff. And so, man, they're so transparent. Like, they just say their shit.
Yeah.
Their community manager came out and said, well, it's kind of a catch-22 because the people that are fixing your bugs are the people that are creating your new weapons for the war bond and stuff. Like, there's not a team for bugs. There's not a team for new content. It's all the same people.
Yeah.
So they were kind of like, would you rather we don't put out content, fix every bug, or would you prefer we just give you new content and fix this as we go, but it's not going to happen for a long time?
Mm-hmm.
So I will pose that question to you. What would you like out of this game?
I would like for them to hire more developers so they can fix the bugs and get the new content.
Stylosa had an excellent point about that, and I was like, I understand you.
What do you
Let's say we do. Let's say we do.
Okay.
And now I hire Kelsey on, and she's never worked in this program. Maybe she has, but she hasn't done it the way we do it. So now we got to train her, and it takes her 2 months to kind of get up to speed. That's 2 months of new war bonds that have come out. 2 months of new bugs that might have come from these new war bonds. We hire Kelsey. You're still not going to get a fix today. Kelsey's not going to be able to help for a couple months,
Right.
But people want it now. And that in lies the stuff, like.
Well, therein lies capitalism. Like,
people are getting mad about the bugs.
I think if they want to devote time to creating this content mill that they've set up, like, either they need to slow that down and fix some of the bugs because there's big enough bugs. Like, I would like to get you on my friends list, Robert, but I can't because you're a PlayStation 5 person and I'm a PC person. And this crossplay game is not designed to have PC and PS5 friends in the same place.
Yeah.
I think that it's a pretty major bug and they need to put attention on it in order to, like, tell the fan base we care about you. Like, yes, new guns are fun. New orders are fun. But, like, make the game playable at a base level first and then focus on the content. Because, I mean, you need to hire people if they want to continue to have a game that exists and grows over the next couple of years, like I can see this one doing. They need to have a team who is ready for that. And they can't say, like, we just have these 100 people and we won't hire anybody else because it would take them too long to learn. Like, you have to train those people up. You have to fix it.
That was Stylosa throwing like I can see the issue with that. And that was his scenario. And I was like, I do get that. Like, I
see the issue, but, like, there's.
But you're telling me you didn't think about hiring nobody? Yeah.
Yeah, the time's going to pass whether you hire somebody or whether you put the bug on the back burner. Like, it.
Exactly.
Do the best decision for the long term.
Okay. Let's go a realistic one and then what I want.
Okay.
Right? Realistically, do the war bonds every 2 months then. Because
you don't need them.
I don't burn through. I don't complete a war bond every month. I still have 2 ongoing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not done with them. And I play a motherfucking fuck ton.
Yeah.
I'd be playing this game and I still am not done, Maybe I'm not sweaty enough. But, like, I'm also playing it for fun. I'm not playing it to say I've done everything it has to offer.
Yeah.
Because I don't play games that way. I don't like that version of playing games because then it's not fun.
It's too aggressive and shotgun, and I don't want that. Like, I want to go into a game and luxuriate in it, have a good time.
I think I've told you this.
Fun.
I think I've told you this. Like, I had like a real like come to Jesus moment during the Xbox days. Achievements became a thing. Like, and I still love achievements and trophies, and I think they're cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was like an achievement hunter. Like, I bought a game and I combed through the full list and said, okay, now that I know these are things, I'll look for those in the game and try to get them so that I can just crank it out on the first playthrough.
Yes.
And I do remember I had bought a game that I couldn't wait to play, and I wasn't excited to play it because there were trophies in it, achievements, sorry, because Xbox is achievements. There were achievements on it that I thought would be hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, well, geez, I'm not excited to play this game. And I went, who gives a shit about these achievements? Like, I played so many games before then, and I had this whole, like, I need to let go of wanting the achievements.
Yeah.
and I immediately started enjoying video gaming again.
Imagine.
I know, because it became a chore. It
Yeah.
became that live service method of today where it's do these chores. Achievements had become a chore for me. They
Yeah,
were not fun.
I didn't want to go like I love achievements. Don't get me wrong. I loved
Yes.
100% a game when like it satisfies a thing within me, but I don't want to have to go and be like check, check, check
Well,
in
okay.
order to have fun.
Do you do it the first time around? Do you
No.
plan on them going through the game?
If I see some that are like LA Noire, that game
Yeah.
is what I think of when I think of achievement hunting because it had so
Okay.
many in it. So we did our playthrough and then we like did the sandbox at the end, like find all the cars,
There
find
you
all
go.
the video
Exactly.
things. That's
That's my hard rule is you don't look at the list, play the game. And if you
yeah.
love that game enough, you'll go do the rest of those things.
Yeah, exactly.
So if I haven't 100%ed a game, it's probably because I liked it enough to play through the story once and be done. Or there's ones that are really hard. But if I'm close, like 80 something percent, it's because I went back and I've tried, and maybe I just can't do the rest of them, like they're multiplayer ones that
Yeah.
I will never get. But like, you'll only see 100%. You'll see platinums on the games I like. So take a guess what games all have platinums.
God of War.
Every God of War, every Uncharted, LA Noire. Because
Yeah.
LA Noire was the shit. I
Such a
loved
good
that game.
game.
I loved that game. So that was my first platinum, actually. I was
think
like, oh, I'm going to do that.
it was
And I
one of
did.
mine too. Yeah. Like it's just a good game. Like it
Except
makes
for
achievements
one.
fun too. I like
Yeah.
finding hidden stuff. I like collecting stuff that the developers have just hid around the map for me. That's a good time.
Yeah. Like, I will play the game and have fun, and then I will make it a chore and go complete it later. Like,
Yes.
dude, The Last of Us, worst platinum ever. Because, like,
Really?
I played it, had a good time, and I was like, okay, where's every optional conversation that I missed? Okay, just like go to this level. It's this chapter. Okay, I have to do this. That causes it. Well, I didn't do that last time. I do it. I cause it. I get it. And then I just like follow the list, get them, crank it out, be done.
Yeah, that's
know,
a good time.
I'm not going to fucking find them all. I'm not going to play through it 8 times and go, oh, I didn't kick that can first, so I never did it.
Yeah.
Not about that shit. If I organically do it, beautiful. Now, Helldivers, I desperately want to platinum this one.
How many
And it is
achievements are there?
hard. It's like 37.
Wow, that's more than I thought.
And I'm missing like just a handful, but like the ones I'm missing are like the chore ones.
Mm.
One is play a mission on hard, and nobody, not just you, nobody on your team can shoot their primary weapon or their support weapon.
Yeah,
You can use
I've
like your
seen that.
pistol, stratagems only.
I kind of want to look at
That would be like a concerted effort. We are going in knowing that we're all participating in this.
Yeah,
that's not something you just have happen.
No.
Nobody's just all like, I'm not going to shoot my gun today,
Yeah. Oh, here
and
they
one
are.
of them is so easy, and I can't fucking make it work. It's kill a charger with the resupply, and I throw it, and it never sticks to him. And then he runs away, or like I get it on the ground. I'm like, come here, come on, come to me.
You can do it.
And then he goes, look at that guy, and then he'll leave, and I'm like, no,
Obnoxious.
I've even had it land on him, and it doesn't kill him in one hit. So it's like I have to weaken the motherfucker.
That sucks.
And then I gotta do it. So it's like it's not even that easy. It's hard.
It's hard.
But I've got most of them. Where are they?
I've gotten 25 of 38, and that's just kind of like accidentally stumbling into them.
I could pull it up on my phone, actually.
While using a jump pack, knock yourself into a ragdoll state. Sounds easy.
I do want to do that one, but I hate using the jump pack. So I'm like, why would I do that? I mean, I should. See, this one I actually got by accident. This one is you shoot off both the arms on a Hulk and then extract with it still alive.
Okay.
I didn't do that on purpose. Like that one popped. So maybe another guy did it and then we all got it. So
Okay.
thanks, guy. That's the rarest one I have, it says. You gotta do the hard mode one. Then you play extreme. You do the blitz mission and extract in under 6 minutes. So that means you were going straight to all the holes,
That's
all
quick.
the fabricators, and just getting them done. And then you leave instantly.
Yeah, that's
Which tells me 3 people go blow up the things. One person heads straight to extraction and waits, and then calls it as soon as they're done.
yeah.
I think that's how you do that. Kill a charger with resupply. This one I want to do desperately. Have 6 orbital barrage stratagems in the same place at the same time.
Oh my god.
So everybody on the team bring 2 of those, and I throw 2, you throw 2, you throw 2, you throw 2, and we just pepper this one spot with stuff. That just sounds fun. And then using the jump pack one, that's all I have left. Or just those.
That's not bad. You can do it.
But I just got to do it. And some of them are like,
Do it.
I want to shoot my weapons. That sounds hard.
I
You know?
know.
So I might take the big iron, the revolver.
Okay.
Apparently that's like a whole thing on TikTok. People are showing off how crazy that thing is. Now I want to play Helldivers.
Let's go do it.
Let's do that. I'm sorry. I was just dreaming. Mary was like, this TV is great, but you're missing one thing. She was like, what if you got the lights for the TV? And I was like, bro, don't even.
But what if?
I could never leave that TV.
You'd be stuck there
Helldivers
forever.
with that? Oh my God.
You'd die there.
It would be amazing. So, anyway, with that, let's get on out of here.
Let's do it.
So, if you love this episode, please tell a friend. Word of mouth is the best way we can get the good YMBToAP into fresh new ears, like nobody did for Immortals of Avium. Think about that and tell your friends.
F's in
Okay?
the chat.
Because we release weekly every single Monday. That is what we do. That is the YMBToAP guarantee. We should make a YMBToAP guarantee thing to go poosh, and we stamp it
Oh,
right
we
up there every
should.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a little pin one because that's the pin I like the most, I think.
Yeah, it is.
YMBToAP guarantee. We're
It's
doing
right
that for
here.
you guys.
YMBToAP guarantee.
Look at that. That is the guarantee. That is literally
So hard to show off. My God.
here's my favorite things about YMBToAP. The guarantee, Kelsey.
Aw.
The Monday has outgrown us both. Like
yeah.
it is, the guarantee is so much bigger than us now.
It's
Like
the mission.
it is the mission. Like that is the important thing. Like I always want to make sure there's something on Monday for you guys.
Yes.
So you can always count on us. But if you want to talk to us, go on over to Instagram at YMBToAP and come chit chat with us. We're going to show off some stuff from our pre-ramble. Just go look at the photos. Think about joining the Patreon to hear the pre-ramble, to know why the heck we were looking at those. Okay. But if you're in the know, you can go on over to the Discord. That is our lowest tier of the Patreon. So you can get the Patreon for like $2, get into the Discord, chat with us super direct. We got an episode discussion thing. We got an anime channel, video games, spooky one, just random memes we find, all kinds of stuff. You can bump up to $5, get the pre-rambles. You can look at those photos on Instagram, then go listen to that show.
I
should
don't
you
want you to post those photos on Instagram.
I'm gonna post one of them on Instagram, but
Post
I will make
Make it a swipe to see. Okay.
oh I was just gonna put blurs on it, but hey, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Or you can go to the $10 tier, get the Zeitgeist stuff that we do, where we do a monthly deep dive of stuff. In case you weren't aware, I believe when this is coming out, so this Sunday on the 28th, we are actually going to be watching something with all of our Zeitgeisters live. We're going to all sit in the same, going to get in the Discord, chit chat with our drinks, our popcorn. We're going to watch Starship Troopers because we've been getting all into the Helldivers lately. And this is very based off of Starship Troopers, so kind of getting back to the source, having a fun time. Plus, it's one of my favorite movies, so Kelsey will know where part of my weirdness comes from. And so again, just drop us a line. Let us know what you guys are thinking about. What do you think? Did you guys see Civil War? Did you like it? Is that a good movie? Were you guys
Were you like
into it?
this the whole time?
Were you like this or were you like this? Which one? I want to know the way you know you guys are into something. What
Yeah.
do you like subconsciously do with your body? You know? Did you watch Fallout? Is it better than The Last of Us to you? I would like to know you guys' takes because I know that they did it like game accurate, and that is a plus. And I have to commend them for that, even though I won't get hardly any of that stuff. But it might make me want to play the games. Were you
Wait.
guys watching? What?
I have a thing to tell you about it. This
Ah.
is another piece of Fallout stuff
Okay.
that like made me really excited. They got cosplayers to help build the armor for those like big metal
Now
dudes.
that's legit.
Isn't that
That's
cool? Involving the fans. I love that.
I was just gonna say that tells me how little Hollywood is good at costumes compared to cosplayers on the street, man.
I mean, fuck yeah. Cosplayers go the extra mile.
Yeah, well, they do that. Plus, they know the best ways to make it functional as well because they
Yes.
actually go out and do that shit in public. You
They
know,
go the extra mile.
yeah,
Cosplayers,
they go to the cons and
the
stuff.
real soldiers.
For real. I want to know what you guys think about the hockey thing. What do you think about all the just the mental gymnastics of the math to figure out what's going on? You know, and I want to know if Xbox cloud gaming has been working for you. I would like to know if someone has like a really good experience. What are you using? How are you making it work? Like, are you doing it through a tablet, through your phone, through like a streaming stick of some sort? Because I think like the Steam had a little streaming thing that could do it pretty good. I don't know.
Oh yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, let me know what you guys are doing, if you're doing it, and if you like it. But also, let us know what you think about Helldivers, of course. And don't forget to go out to your PlayStation and download Immortals of Avium. Send those poor people out a tweet and tell them they made an awesome game.
Our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Farage. Please check him out on YouTube. And as always, thank you so much for listening. And tune in next time to get the answers to that third